He said, "Your mother is in the hellfire." They turned around, leaving, and hurt was on their faces. He ordered for them, and they were brought back. They returned, and happiness could be seen on their faces, for they were hoping that something positive had occurred. Then the Prophet said, "My mother is with your mother." A man from the hypocrites said, "This one cannot help his mother in the least, and we are treading, and we are treading at his heels." A man from the Ansar said, "And I have not seen a man who asked more questions than he. O Messenger of Allah, did your Lord promise you regarding her on them, both of your parents?" He thought that it was from something that he heard, and then he said, "I did not ask it anything for them from my Lord, and he did not and he did not encourage my desire for it, and I will indeed stand at the station of praise and glory on the day of resurrection." The Ansar man said, "And what is that station of praise and glory?" He said, "That is when you will be brought barefooted, naked, and uncircumcised, and the first to be clothed will be Ibrahim. Allah will say, 'Clothe my Khalil,' one who is given additional love over the others, a very high ranking with Allah. So two white reaters, a reater is a soft thin garment, will be brought, and he will wear them. Then he will sit down facing the throne. Then my clothing will be brought, and I will wear it, after which I will stand on his right, upon a station that no one other than me will stand upon. The first ones and the last ones will envy me for it. Then from the Kawthar the Hound will be opened." The hypocrite said, "Water has never flowed except on clay or small pebbles." The Ansari man said, "O Messenger of Allah, upon clay or small pebbles." The Messenger of Allah said, "Its clay is musk, the best kind of perfume, and its small pebbles are pearls." The hypocrite said, "I have not listened to anything that comes near to what I have listened to today. Hardly does water flow on clay or small pebbles except that it has plants." The Ansari man, "O Messenger of Allah, does it have plants?" He said, "Yes, stalks of gold." The hypocrite said, "I have not listened to anything that comes near to what I have heard today. Hardly does a stalk grow except that it gives forth leaves, or except that it has fruits." The Ansari said, "O Messenger of Allah, does it bear fruit?" He said, "Yes, like the colors of gems. Its water, the water of the Hound, is whiter than milk and sweeter than honey. Whoever drinks a dose from it will never thereafter be thirsty, and whoever is prevented from it will never thereafter be quenched." Related it, and it is very ghareeb. A Bedouin went to the Messenger of Allah and said, "What is your Hound basin? The one you speak about?" He said, "It is in size like the distance from Beda to Basra, No person from those whom Allah created knows where its two sides are. Whoever turns away from the sunnah of the Messenger, the angels will strike his face, driving him away from the Howd on the day of resurrection. Related that the Prophet said, O Uthman, do not turn away from my sunnah. For whosoever turns away from my sunnah and then dies before repenting, the angels will strike his face, driving him away from my Howd basin on the day of resurrection. Related this narration, the Messenger feared for his nation that they would compete over this world. Related that one day the Messenger of Allah came out and prayed over the people of Uhud. The martyrs of Uhud, his prayer over the deceased, after which he turned away and climbed onto the minbar pulpit. He said, I am your Farad predecessor, the one who will precede you to the Howd basin, and I am a witness over you. And verily by Allah I am looking at my Howd right now, and I have been given the keys to treasures, or the keys to the earth, and verily by Allah I do not fear over you that you will perpetrate shirk, associating partners with Allah after me, but rather I fear over you that you will compete with one another in it in this world over material gain in this world. Muslim related it through a different chain, and the phrasing of his narration is as follows. I am indeed your Farad predecessor, the one who will precede you to the Howd, and indeed its width is like the distance from Ayla to Jufa. And indeed I do not fear over you that you will associate partners with Allah after me, but rather I fear over you the world, that you will compete over it, kill one another, and then be destroyed, just as